Hey everybody, Ira Miller here with Monday Night Live. Are we running late? Yeah, 3 minutes late. Sorry about that. Hey Donna, thank you for joining us this evening. I want to do first things first. I want to give a shout out to Kevin and Karen. Kevin is a very loyal watcher. He's here, every time we're videoing our live stream. And Karen had some surgery, shoulder surgery, and so I want to wish her the best. I had both my shoulders done, so I know exactly what she's going through. But anyway, Kevin just kind of texted me, said that he wasn't going to make it tonight, so kind of sad about that. But anyways, we'll miss you, Kevin, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one and hearing from you, during the week. So if you're not sure who Kevin is, he's the guy that sends me all the little baby pictures of little baby Geo, and then I share it with everybody on Monday Night Live. So Kevin, we're going to miss you. Karen, I hope you're feeling better. And busy day today. Very busy, actually. It's been crazy. Then I guess Monday everything just kind of comes crashing down from the weekend. But anyways, let's see. Why do we have this? Okay. All right, so I have Christian over here, kind of manning the helm. He's steering everything. So how's everything looking, sounding good?
Sounds good, and we've got 20 viewers currently.
Okay, cool. All right, it's telling me to restart to install the latest window updates.
We'll do that at the end.
Should I just X out?
Yeah, you can X out of it.
Okay. All right, so I did have some things I definitely wanted to talk about tonight. I always kind of make myself a little bit of a voice recording so I can go in and check it out. But anyways, if any of you have anything that you would like to talk about, feel free to go ahead and what they call the kids chat us up, and we'd love to hear from you. So JJ, how are you? Thank you for joining us this evening, and Laura, as always, thank you very much for coming. And so you kind of stole my thunder, Laura, because she says, "Good evening from suburban Chicago, 16 degrees here tonight." And I was going to complain about the 28 degrees we had when I woke up this morning. I mean, all the lawns in my neighborhood were just all white. So I'm sure my grass is going to love that. All right. So let's see. So I'm going to cheat a little bit. And I want to go to what I was thinking about. And I'm trying, technology. Oh, dang. Thanks, Stuart. Ocala messed Atlanta all day. Wow. Standard, list. Here we go. Here's my list. Monday Night Live talking points. So, villages compared to on top of the world to, well, we've already done that. So, Stone Creek. Anyways, if any of y'all have something you'd like to talk about, we can talk about the temperatures for sure. Hey, Elaine, everyone called my friend in Lake Wales had ice on their windshield. Yeah, it's cold across the country. So, JJ, thank you for chiming in. We'll get up and running here. My mind's a little scattered because I had 2 listings today in the villages, which we're going to show everybody at the end. Actually, can't we do a premiere on YouTube? Can't we premiere means?
We could. It's uploading right now. So if it was fully uploaded, I could have it say before a live stream starts. It could premiere right after.
All right, so we'll still want to set up. We can set it up by a time, right?
Yeah, I can have it show at a specific time.
All right, so that's what I want to do. I want to have a premiere showing of my latest listing. And also, we just uploaded a patio villa. I'm not normally a listing agent. Normally, I just deal with buyers. And all of a sudden, I started telling the gang, Paige, Blakely, and Christian, I said, you know what? So Happy New Year. This year, we're going to start concentrating on getting some listings. And sure enough, I think we have, like 4 new ones? Or we had McClendon, Means, Jasper,
Amelia.
and Amelia we've had. But yeah, we just got a bunch of them all of a sudden. So that's great. I love it, you know. And but anyways, let's get to JJ's question real quick. If I buy a home in the Villages before I'm 55, do I still have to pay the monthly amenity fee? And so JJ, tell me, what do you plan on doing with that home if you buy it before you're 55 and you don't move in? So I'm assuming you're not going to move in right away. So if you're asking me that, I'm just kind of assuming you're not going to move into the home right away. And that's why you're asking, do I have to pay the monthly amenity fee? Here's the deal. Monthly amenity fee, I don't know if everybody's aware, just went up to $179 here in the Villages. So it was $164 about 3 months ago, I guess. And then I think it went up to $169, then boom, went up to $179. And I don't know if everybody's aware, and just to kind of let you know, JJ, everybody's tied into, with their amenity fee, to the CPI, the Consumer Price Index. So whatever the Consumer Price Index goes up, your amenity fee will go up equally that amount for that year. So, you know, if it was if the CPI was 5%, then that's what your amenity fee is going to go up. But the Villages decided they needed a little bit extra money to start paying for all these recreation centers that they're building. And even though it's called the Villages Community Development District, and it should be autonomous from the developer, just kind of seems like, you know, that whenever there's a need for roads or rec centers or whatever, taxes go up and amenity fees go up. So don't know if that's a coincidence, but everything's going up today, right? So I guess why not the amenity fee? So JJ, back to your question. Yes, as soon as you buy a home here, you start out at $179 for the first year, then it'll go up the amount of the Consumer Price Index. So if you're going to rent it out, then you kind of pass that on to the renter, and that's the reason I asked that question. So if you're renting out annually for the whole year, then that renter will pay pay the amenity fee, and they'll pay for their electric and their sewer and their water and their trash, and they pretty much pay for everything except taxes. And depending on you, whether or not you're going to want to put that on the renter, lawn care. So lawn care is around, well, it's starting to go up now, so it's about $60 a month for lawn care, right? And so there you go. So what I would suggest you do is, if you do buy ahead of time, Let me see. Not sure if I'm renting or not. Probably not. Moving in right away. So use as a vacation home. So that's the thing. If you have a vacation home, doesn't matter if you're here or not. If you have that home and you vacation, let's say you use it as a seasonal home for 3 months, then for 9 months you're going to pay the amenity fee. So that's just the way they have it set up here. And you're going to pay the sewer, and you're going to pay the water, and you're going to pay the trash the whole time that you're not here. And that's just the way it works. All right. Back up a little bit. Chicago got 5 inches of snow. I don't know what to say about that because it doesn't snow here in Florida. So, hello, are any more videos coming on Margaritaville, Daytona? Did you see Skip had to wear pants to dinner? Sounds cold down there. So I would say I am trying my best. Actually, I am scheduled to go to Latitude Margaritaville. When is it? Let's see. Latitude Margaritaville on Wednesday, right? I'm scheduled for Wednesday at 1 o'clock to meet with Mark and Karen. And so I'm hoping the weather's nice and I'm able to film while I'm there at Latitude Margaritaville. I know it's supposed to be 90% rain tomorrow, so I guess you guys are just sending all these cold fronts down here to us. And whenever we have these cold fronts, all that rain comes. So hopefully I'm praying that it clears up. So if I'm meeting Karen and Mark on Wednesday at 1, if not in the morning, then maybe the afternoon will clear up. And I can get some videos of those models. And another thing, Christian, pull up that other Latitude Margaritaville in the Panhandle. So there's another Latitude Margaritaville that I've talked with Minto Homes about, and I asked them if I could go up there and film that community.
Panama City Beach.
Yeah, right around there. I think it's Sound, something Sound.
Water Sound.
Water Sound.
Yeah.
So Water Sound, Latitude Margaritaville Water Sound is up there just north of Panama City Beach. So Panama City, well, not so much Panama City, but Destin is where my wife and I love to go for vacation. So, cool. This is Mr. Techie here. So, there you go.
Oh, it's weird. It's showing through the green.
So, I'm trying to do a double duty here. Actually, I'm trying to get a little paid vacation because when I go up to Destin in February, and I was actually showing my wife. She goes, "No, too cold in February." I was showing her. I pulled it up on my phone. It was 36 degrees last night in Ocala when we were talking, and all this was last night. And it was 45 degrees in Destin. So I'm like, hey, would you rather stay here in Ocala and freeze? Because you say it's too cold up there, but Destin's right on the beach. Sandestin is where we like to go. It's also called Miramar Beach. So that's a beautiful place. Kind of giving away my secrets. But, so if I can go to Water Sound, do some videos, put it on the YouTube channel here, then I can probably write off my little trip going to Destin. So that's kind of the plan in February. So be watching for Latitude Margaritaville Water Sound. But in the meantime, I really, really hope and pray I get to go to Daytona and there's good weather and film the models again. So we'll have to see how that works out. Okay, so Drew, I hope that answers your question. I would like a 55 community closer to Orlando. Where would you suggest looking? So I like to kind of tell folks that there's a difference between 55 plus communities and active adult communities. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because there's 55 plus communities all over the place. A lot of mobile home parks are 55 plus, have absolutely zero amenities. But active adult communities are those communities that are like the villages on top of the world, Del Webb, Stone Creek, Del Webb, Spruce Creek, all those other ones that I'm sure most of you have already seen on my YouTube channel. And so you're asking me, is there anything closer? Sola Vita. Sola Vita is probably the one and only that I know of active adult community in Kissimmee. And so Kissimmee is right next to Orlando. So you might want to look into Sola Vita, although, Randy, we have a lot of people that look around. They've been here to the villages, and then they've seen the other communities that I've taken them to, just like Latitude Margaritaville and On Top of the World and Del Webb. But anyways, Sola Vita is probably underneath all of those. So the one thing that I've heard is that there's not much around the surrounding area of Sola Vita. Not much in the way of shopping, not much in the way of entertainment. So that's why you haven't seen me profile or showcase Sola Vita, because on the surface it looks really nice when you go through those gates. But I think if Orlando's your place and Orlando's what you're trying to accomplish, I really think then that's probably about the only 55, active adult community. Like I said, there's 55 plus all over the place. So anyways, hopefully that answered your question. And thank you very much for your question. I appreciate it. So moving on, let's see, what do we want to talk about? So here's one thing I really need to talk about is, so, I don't know, we want to talk about On Top of the World at all?
As much as you can.
So I've been told not to be using the logos, the intellectual property of On Top of the World anymore. So it makes it kind of difficult, because I think that what the developer doesn't really understand is that all the people that I refer to On Top of the World pretty much come through Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel. And so it's not Homes Around the Villages, it's not On Top of the World, or Homes Around On Top of the World or whatever. It's Homes Around the Villages. And I don't think they have that concept that, I'm introducing people on my YouTube channel to On Top of the World and to Del Webb, Stone Creek. And I don't understand some of their ideology, because I've filmed the models at Del Webb, Stone Creek. I've filmed the models at Latitude Margaritaville, and they really appreciate, those two communities appreciate what I bring to them, And I guess in these times, it's like, okay, well, anybody can sell homes these days, and any developer can sell whatever home. So it's like they don't need me as much, But it's making it hard for me to kind of convince the powers that be over there on top of the world that all of y'all, well, I'd say 90% of you, never even heard of On Top of the World until I brought it up, and until I, put stuff on my YouTube channel. And so they think, well, I guess they must feel that a lot of people have already heard about On Top of the World. They just haven't contacted them yet. But then they get with me, and then I take you over there, and then I get you as somebody who I've referred to them. And I think that I've taken so many people and referred so many people over there, I get the feeling that they think that I'm stealing customers from them, which I think it couldn't be further from the truth because of everybody who tells me. Everybody who has built a home or bought a home over On Top of the World has told me, Ira, I never would have even known about this place if you didn't tell me. So anyways, I'm going to leave that alone for now. I just wanted to kind of bring that up. If you don't see a lot of information about On Top of the World in my YouTube channel anymore, you'll know why. So they're giving me an issue about doing very much promoting. Okay, so probably need some water around here. Anyway, so listen, I think we have something about taxes. So Randy, I hope you understand that there is a difference between active adult communities and 55 plus communities. Because somebody asked me the same thing about Daytona. Is there anything else in Daytona? Yeah, there's 55 plus communities in Daytona, but they just don't have the amenities, the activities. And it even goes even further than that. I would say it is structured activities and amenities. Because honestly, I'll go over to Stonecrest, which isn't too far from the villages here. It kind of actually borders the villages. And thank you. And they have amenities there. They have a softball field. They have bocce ball, horseshoes, shuffleboard. They have a rec center, but I just don't think they have a recreation director. And I'm going to tell you, that is probably, I'm going to give a shout out to John Rohan of the Villages, because that guy is awesome. He's the one that really, he has a large part of the success of the Villages, because as the Village's recreation director, he has really stepped up to the plate. And he's the one that really got everything organized and keeps everything organized and gets everything moving and keeps it going. So it's not left up to just maybe the residents to control what goes on in the recreation department. John's instrumental in putting people in the right places, putting directors in all the different rec centers that are there, and getting all the clubs organized and help with organizing those clubs, and that's huge. And so anybody who was ever thinking about maybe, at one point, I was even trying to help this guy in Biloxi, Mississippi. Right outside Biloxi, some guy had 5,000 acres. And he contacted me and he wanted me to help him develop an active adult community. So, I felt like I'm the guy, because this was probably 5 years ago now, maybe 6 years ago. But at that point, I still had over 15 years of experience in these active adult communities. And so I was going over there trying to help him, get this up and running. And I'd drive to Biloxi. I mean, it was like 12 hours. and I stopped in Pensacola at a friend's house, spent the night, and then just went on. But just couldn't get. He wanted to put his property up, but he didn't want to put any money up. And so I tried to show him how to get the money. Just like the villages with the Community Development District, the CDD here. You know, I mean, the villages aren't out one penny when they're building the infrastructure here. Whenever they build a neighborhood, the Community Development District builds it, not the villages developer. The CDD develops it, and that's why you have bonds here in the villages, because the CDD will build all the neighborhoods, and then they slice the amount of money that it costs them to build that neighborhood up for every home site that they have, and then boom, there's your bond for that neighborhood. And we were going to kind of do the same thing. We needed to tweak the rules a little bit in Mississippi, and even though this guy was connected, we still needed some out-of-pocket money, and he just refused to give up the money. He just wanted to give up the land, and I told him, look, if you want my help, you're going to have to pay me too. And so we kind of hit an impasse. But anyways, that's old history, but that kind of ties in with the success. That community, in my opinion, would have been a success. And then he ultimately went with other developers to do that. And I saw the model that those other developers had, and I looked at it, and I'm like, nope, it'll never work. It never did. That land is still vacant land. You have to build golf courses too, right? And it takes money to build those golf courses. The CDD, they build the executive courses here. The Community Development District owns the executive courses here, but not the championship courses. Holding Company of the Villages, which is the parent company for the developer, they own all the championship courses. All right, so, man, that's enough talking about me. But there you go, Randy, a little difference between 55 plus and active adult. Our property taxes being adjusted with these increasing house prices. So I would just about say they would be crazy if they didn't. So that the property appraiser and the tax assessor are going to get together, and they are going to start, if they don't already. And again, I don't know for 100% sure. I'm actually friends with the property appraiser for Sumter County, Joey Hooten, because Joey used to be my team manager when we both worked together at the villages. So there's a little tidbit of information for you. But yeah, I'm sure it's kind of a no-brainer that they would want to get that money, that increase in property taxes. But that's for the homes that are being sold. And even though home prices might go up, you're locked in on your taxes here. They cannot go any higher than 3% a year. That's Florida statute rules say your property taxes cannot go up more than 3% a year. So anybody who already owns a home here isn't going to suffer higher property taxes, but anybody buying a new home here is going to, so if you see on a sheet where the property taxes are at such and such, and the person's owned the property for 12 years or whatever, and they only go up 3% a year, yeah, that tax assessor is going to come in and jack that up. So hopefully, Cindy, that answered your question about that. All right, moving to Florida. As a single 65-year-old active guy, I will need a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Nice, but do not need to be perfect as I spend money on dating and travel. It has if it has women 60 to 70 years for dating is a huge plus. So Matthew, sounds like you are looking for some partnership here. Well, so there's two ways of looking at that. You know, the Villages probably has the most singles clubs here, you know, and because they have the most people here. So I don't know if you're aware, but there's probably about 165, 170,000 people that now reside in the Villages. So they have many, many, many singles clubs. So I've had some singles people tell me, you know what? You know, I don't want to join a huge singles club. I want something a little more intimate, you know, little not as crowded, where we can all get to know each other a little bit better than being so huge. So there's different ways of looking at the singles clubs here in this area, and it just depends on which community you decide that you want to reside in. So what causes a listing to go on the market as immediately pending? So yeah, what I see is like when I look at my MLS, there's some homes that are on the market for 0 days, and that's when they get sold the exact same day that they went that they got listed. So somebody might come along and first of all, cash is king. It is what it is. That's just a fact. So if somebody comes along with cash, an asking price, and a very short closing time period, somebody's just going to jump all over that, and then it's gone, you know, before it even gets to 1 day on the market. So that's why they call it 0 days on the market, because as soon as it was listed. And here's the thing, guys. Is there a way to pull up the my auto email?
Yes, just so here. You're just gonna have to drag it over here, because if we go to 2.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. So let me go down here. Live stream here. Oh, let's see. I'll show y'all. Where is? Oh, here. Here we go. So this is what I do, just to answer your question. So that's my login. This is my MLS. And so what'll happen is me and probably 250 other agents in this area have what's called an auto email list. So if I go here, go to auto email, you see, and so I have 233 people. And if you look at all these listings here, all these people are people that have told me they're looking for some kind of home, like homes in the Villages, what's that, 100 to 200? There's no, well, you know, I don't think there's any $100,000 homes in the Villages anymore. But these are the people that have told me exactly what they're looking for, right? So as soon as, okay, so we're done. As soon as a home hits the market that falls in the parameters of that auto email that I just showed you and 250 other agents have, boom, emails go out right directly to you, and you're getting this brand new listing sent to your email. And so there's a lot of people that look and say, oh, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Call their realtor, say, hey, you just sent me through your auto email this house on 77 Peacock Lane or whatever, and I really like what I see. I'd like to make an offer. What I do, as you probably know, is if you call me, and why I have so many is I'll go out and shoot a video of it real quick, and then I will give it to Christian, and then he sends it right to you before it goes to anybody else. And then if you decide that's what you want based on the video we sent to you, then there you go. Then we'll write a contract and get it written up and get it sold. All right, so moving on to the next one. I didn't know that there was a difference. You explained it well. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Randy. First time on, thank you very much, Real Duquette. I have a lifestyle coming up in May. Can't wait to see what available to buy. So there you go. That brings me right back to my auto email. If you contact us, Christian will put up our phone number here in the chat. If you contact us and talk to Blakely, because Paige is leaving at the end of the week. She's moving to Clearwater Beach. But if you call Blakely and say, hey, Blakely, I'm coming in May, but can you go ahead and get me set up on that auto email Ira talked about on his live chat on Monday, she'll go ahead and do that. She'll go ahead and get all of your criteria, find out what your budget is, what your price range is, find out how big of a home, if you want a villa, if you want a home. She'll find out everything. We'll put it all in that auto email. We'll get your email address, and then you'll be getting sent homes. And here's what I like to do. Not only do I like to set you up to get new listings as soon as they come out, but I want to set you up on homes that go pending. And why is that important? Because while you're waiting to come in May, I want you to see how fast homes come and go. And you can kind of gauge for yourself, what the market is doing. So that's real helpful when you see a home on 399 Ascot gets sent to your email, and then the next day you get another email and says 399 Ascot is now pending. You can kind of see what's going on with the market. So I think it's a real helpful tool when we set you up in our auto email, not just to get listings, but to see how fast that they're going. Because, this market is subject to change around at any time. It's very, just the whole, everything going on in the country, in my opinion, is very volatile right now. Stock market's a little shaky. There's just a lot of stuff going on. So this will allow you to keep an eye on what the market is doing. So that's why we like to set you up that way. So just about every other realtor in the area, they'll set you up to receive homes, but they're not setting you up to see what homes, have a contract put on them. Those pending homes. So let us know. Go ahead and reach out to us. Real Duquette, and we will get you set up, and then you'll be getting all these listings all the way up until May when you get here, and you might have yourself a whole list. By the time you get here, you might have a list of homes, and then you'll call us up and say, hey, I'd like to get an appointment with Ira. I'd like to see some homes. Scott's been doing that to me the last couple of days, and who I'm going to see tomorrow, and so we're going to take him out. Scott and his wife out to see some homes. So that's that. So I'm reading Randy again. Have you done a video on comparing the active adult communities that you recommend? Actually, Randy, that's what I was kind of going to talk about with in today's Monday Night live stream. Do we have Villages of Citrus Hills?
You had me take it down to remove that section, but it will be back up with that one bit removed.
What section?
The one with the copyright audio?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to get that up right away.
Yes.
All right, so if you haven't seen the video on Village of Citrus Hills or Villages of Citrus Hills, that, in my opinion, is this area's best kept secret. And it's about an hour from my office. It's an hour west towards the Gulf Coast, and it's in the Inverness area, Crystal River, Homosassa area. Just really old Florida flair all the way around. Hilly country. It's just beautiful. If you haven't seen the video yet, Christian's going to have it on by tomorrow, and we're going to go ahead and present that to you. It's a 5-star community, really. I mean, it's top of the line. So it's not for everybody. Has some really, really nice amenities, but it has some really good prices of homes as well. So be looking for that video on Citrus Hills. But yes, so I have made. I just saw Skip Smith. So yes, I've made videos of On Top of the World, although we just talked about that, the developer of On Top of the World wanted me to pull everything down about his community. Like I said, I think he feels like I have an unfair advantage with my YouTube channel here. And I'm attracting all these referrals who I bring over to On Top of the World. So you'll probably just need to go ahead and Google On Top of the World, Randy, and if you want to see what that looks like. But like I said, everybody else, the Villages, Latitude Margaritaville, Del Webb, Stone Creek, now Villages of Citrus Hills, everybody. I've taken videos and shown videos around. And I'll tell you, when the resale market starts picking back up, then I'll be doing more videos of resale homes on Top of the World. And I'll show you amenities that go along with those resale homes, because I honestly don't think that they can stop me from showing the value of resale homes On Top of the World, because that's just part of it. It's part of the value of a home, the price of a home On Top of the World. So I need to show the value that goes along with these resales. So even though they kind of want me to stay away from the new home product, new home builds, I can still represent you in the new home over there On Top of the World. It's just that they're limiting me as to what I can show you as far as what their marketing department puts out there. So until we get all that resolved, go to On Top of the World and then just Google that and then go to there. But what I have to emphasize, Randy and everybody else, is if you heard it from me, and you've never heard of On Top of the World before, but you've heard it from me, then please contact me and not On Top of the World. Because if you go ahead and contact them and say, hey, heard about On Top of the World, will you send me a brochure? They'll take your name, address, phone number, email, send you one of their brochures, and then you're in their system, and then they think that they procured you as a buyer when you actually heard it from me. right? So in order to, and this is only if you want me to help you if you're in the market to buy a new home in On Top of the World. Resales don't count. This is only for new homes. If you want me as a contractor, as a licensed state of Florida residential contractor, or home inspector, or real estate broker, not just a real estate agent, if you want me to assist you in your process, I bring a ton of experience. So I used to work for the Villages for 9 years, from 2000 to 2009. I helped hundreds and hundreds of people order their home, pick out the features for their home, give them ideas, give them suggestions, recommendations. And so I bring a lot of value just from my construction experience as well as my sales experience. So if you want that working for you at no charge, because On Top of the World pays for my time, then it has to start with us. And so I just need you to contact Blakely, and she'll send you a form to sign that we'll send to On Top of the World, and then that protects my relationship with you, where I'll be able to help you all through the whole construction process, and not only that, but help you pick out a lot. So that's really important too in the whole scheme of things. So if you want my experience that I bring, having done this for decades now, then it has to again start with me. So again, it's up to you. If you reach out and I can't help you after the fact, because that's where we fall into the situation I'm in now with On Top of the World, so we need to just, hit the restart or the reset button. And like I said, if you've heard of them before, if I'm not the one, if you go over there and you order a brochure from them or whatever, then this is what you get. You're kind of on your own, and they're not going to allow me to even be there when you arrive. So there you go. So, Mr. Smith, where are you? Ira, are you cold? You look a little peaked. Well, this is a guy from Fort Lauderdale. I'm from South Florida. I don't know where you're from, Skip. I think you're from Indiana, if I remember correctly. I'm not in that neck of the woods. So, yeah. Got my coat on, got my shirt on, got my undershirt on. It's cold to me. And hey, 28 degrees I would think would be cold to anybody, because that's what it was this morning. Although my dogs love it. I've got 2 Great Pyrenees, big white fluffy monster dogs. They love the cold out there. All they want to do is go outside. Anyways, yes, Skip, I like to be warm and toasty. So, is it true the developer of the Villages is converting the former Katy Bell's space? Yes, that is true. They are converting them into apartments. And I honestly, it hasn't been announced, but it just makes perfectly logical sense to me. They have behind the Rialto movie theater and behind the Marriott Town Suites, they have a huge parking lot area back there. And then you have the Spanish Springs Villas. But I would be very surprised if they did not knock down, they've already closed the Rialto Theater. So I don't know if everybody knows that, but they've closed the Rialto, they've closed the Barnstormer Theater in Brownwood. So the only theater left open now is the one in
Lake Sumter Landing.
Yeah. So in Lake Sumter Landing. You want to say Lake Sumter Landing?
No.
I'd be surprised, I'd be shocked if they just didn't knock down town suites, Marriott town suites. They have a little office building between the Rialto Theater but you know, that just seems, and if villages are listening, that'd be the perfect place. Knock it all down. You can build your high-rise apartments right there across from the Sharon Morris Performing Arts Center. But yep, that's what I heard, Marcia, or I'm sorry, not Marcia, Laura. I was looking at Marcia's name here. So Stuart is saying 3% if homestead. Oh, okay, so you're saying you have to be homesteaded if they're gonna limit your taxes to 3%. So Skip Smith, I'm wondering if you're here in town or if you're up north somewhere. So Marcia, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. We're on almost an hour now, but I'm sure you jumped on a little while ago. I'm just getting to your reply. What percent of resale homes currently selling in the villages are using the highest and best approach by their realtor? If you make an offer, you have to wait a few days to see if yours was best. So Brian, I don't know exactly how to put this. So there's some realtors who, there's all kind of different methods of selling a home. So I see some realtors putting their price down way low, and then they get a bidding war. They get multiple offers. And then after they get multiple offers, you know, after a couple of days, they might just say, or even after one day, give me your highest and best. And then everybody's, you know, bringing it all up, and then they take the highest and best offers. So what percentage of resales homes? Well, so it just depends on what they price it at. So you have others that'll price it at the top of the market and then lower the price gradually so your seller doesn't leave any money on the table. Then you have others that say, okay, well, here's my price, and I'm not here, and so they list it on Monday, and they say, so we're not going to make a decision to Friday. We're just going to get as many offers as we can all week long, and then after that, you know, after we have about 7 or 8 offers, we'll pick out the best one. So they tell you right off the bat, give me your highest and best, because we're not going to go ahead and make a decision on any offers till Friday. So there you go. So there's your highest and best. If there's a multiple offer situation, if they've priced it very low and they're just generating multiple offers, you have to give your highest and best. So I've got a way of circumventing that, but I'm not going to reveal it here because I don't want to reveal my secrets to my competitors. So you just have to get with me, and then I will let you know how we circumvent all of that highest and best stuff, okay? So just let me know if I can help you. So Wrestler Mania, you are finally here. And Jacqueline D, these are my regulars. Thank you very much for showing up. Appreciate it. So wishing me a great stream with the thumbs up. So thank you so much for that, Wrestler. Question, looking at possibly retiring to Central Florida in 2 to 4 years, do you think the market will be better by then? Would you be willing to represent us even though we like Skip Smith? Well,
No.
no?
No.
We like Skip Smith, though. So we like Skip Smith. So absolutely. And yes, absolutely, the market will be in a completely different place. It can't, I'll say that it doesn't normally stay peaked as long as it stays depressed. It seems like a depressed market stays longer than what a peak market is. But, hey, these are just huge anomalies that are going on here. I mean, with the pandemic, with everybody been cooped up for a whole year in 2020, finally getting, released from their lockdown state in 2021, and then, with all the mandates going on, and, people wanting to move to Texas and Florida to get away from the mandates, to have a more free lifestyle. There's certain ways you do things, I guess, in this country. Some cities and some states like to lock you down and try to just release things gradually, and then just people will get the virus little by little. In this state, we just say, it is what it is. It peaks up and peaks down in a short period of time, and then we go on with the rest of our lives. So that's the way we do things here in Florida, and that's the way I like it. Do you have a map showing how far your territory is? I wonder how far south and west you go. Thanks. Do I have a map? I don't have a map. I kind of take things on an individual basis, actually. So if I don't know an area, like if, say, somebody wants to move to Tampa, I don't know Tampa. I would not be doing you justice because I don't know the area. So I don't know the good areas or the bad areas. So I just would not be doing you any good. There's some agents that would. They'd go and take you over there and just try to sell you a home, know nothing about the community, about the area. Just say, hey, here's a home that fits your criteria, and sell you a home. And then, a month later, you're mad, you're upset because they didn't tell you about this, that, or another thing. So that's why I don't do that. I only kind of stay in the areas that I'm familiar with. So I'm familiar with Marion County, Lake County, Sumter County. I'm getting very familiar with Citrus County now. Volusia County, because that's where Latitude Margaritaville is. Brevard County. So I used to live in Fort Lauderdale, left Lauderdale, went to Pompano, stayed in Pompano for about a year and a half, jumped up to Palm Bay. So if you don't know where Palm Bay is, but you know where, say, Cocoa Beach is, I Dream of Jeannie. So you have Cocoa, Melbourne, Palm Bay. Kind of like all one city, really, but that's what you do. So I moved to Palm Bay. Then I moved to Cocoa. I lived in Cocoa for a while. I had friends in Melbourne, so I know the Brevard County area quite well because I used to live there. I used to live in Fort Pierce, Vero Beach, in that area. So the Martin County area a little bit, but that's too far for me to go. That's like 3 hours, I guess. 2.5, 3 hours to down there. One place I do really want to check out, and I'm going to bring it to y'all here pretty soon, is Lakewood Ranches. Lakewood Ranches is the #1 community in growth in the United States. So that's just around Bradenton, Sarasota, St. Petersburg area. So I really want to get myself familiar with Lakewood Ranches because they do have an active adult community, 55 plus community in Lakewood Ranches, and they do have other just regular family communities in Lakewood Ranches as well, but I hear it's fabulous. I hear they have all kind of amenities and golf courses. It's supposed to surpass the villages even. So I want to get down there, do some videos, check that out, and bring that to you. So hopefully, I don't know, in the next month or so, I'll be able to find some time where I can go down for the day and make some videos of Lakewood Ranches. That seems very, very intriguing to me. So there you go, Elaine. I hope that helps with the territories that I work in. It's kind of like I said, on an individual basis, but yeah, I mean, look, I'm willing to learn too, and if you can help me learn, like that's why I threw out there about Lakewood Ranches. I know that's a great place. So if that's some place you think you might be interested in, I'll put you in my car and we'll go drive down to Lakewood Ranches if you bear with me while I take some videos while I'm there and some drones. Okay, so I'm all about that. So finally got the villages of Citrus Hills. That video will be up when?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I've been after Christian for weeks to get it up. Then it was up, then it's down. Also trying to get World Equestrian Center up to you as well. World Equestrian Center, beautiful place. We did some videos. I screwed up. Looks like I stuck the camera out the window and it's nothing but wind noise. I don't know how that happened. I thought maybe I had a lapel microphone on, but my window was down and maybe the wind was hitting that. I don't know, but we'll have to work on that and get that done because that was admittingly a horrible, horrible video. So it was 750 views on that, I think. So if anybody out there who's watching this saw that, I apologize. I didn't know it sounded so bad, but as soon as I previewed it, I took it down. So we have nothing but quality videos on this YouTube channel. All right. So 2 to 4 years, wrestler. Really? You need to move that up. What's the name of the village you have in Clearwater? What's the name of the village you have in Clearwater that I have in Clearwater? I don't have a village in Clearwater. But Lakewood Ranches is not too far from Clearwater. So that's, like I said, if you come to this area and you want to go check it out, let me know. We'll go check it out. One movie theater at Lake Sumter Landing for 140,000 people and growing. I do think movie going in theaters will recover at some point. I do too. I mean, there's nothing like an experience in the movie theater with the surround sound, and I mean, unless you've spent a lot of money on your surround sound systems. I agree with that one, Laura. Getting ready for Wednesday Night Live, then going to Alabama for Valentine's, then to Rockport, Texas for the whole month of March. Where are you going in Alabama? My brother used to live in Dothan. I really liked Dothan. Dothan was great. Day after tomorrow. Oh, okay. So, hey, Skip, I'm sorry to kind of bump into you. I was supposed to have done my Monday Night Live. I like to try to stretch it out. And I don't know if you know it or not, but I like to try to do my live chats a week before yours so we don't kind of bump into each other. I don't want people to get tired of coming onto our live stream, Skip. So, since there are so many multiple offers on properties, do you see many buyers putting in dollar amounts to cover appraisal gaps? Gosh, I would hate to be an appraiser today. I really would. I mean, it's kind of crazy. An appraiser pretty much has to just go ahead and give it the check off, because the way prices are is crazy. And, knock on wood, haven't had any of my homes not appraise out. So at least the appraisers are keeping up with the appraised values, and nobody that I've worked with has had to come to the table with money to make up for whatever the lower appraisal value was. My friends live in Lakewood Ranch. Oh, cool, Aries. They love it. It is also for families, yes, as I mentioned. So I can tell you, I'll give On Top of the World a free advertisement, and maybe they got this from Lakewood Ranches, but they have a family community that's just going to be awesome, just outside of On Top of the World and Del Webb Stone Creek, just to the east, across the street from 80th, and they're going to have a school, charter school for kids. They're going to have this awesome aquatic center that they're going to bring in international swimming meets into this aquatic center. So it's supposed to be pretty spectacular that's going on there for families. So that's the same developer that's doing On Top of the World. And the name of that family community is called Calesa. Calesa, Calesa. So if you are moving to the area and you might have some adult children with families that want to move close by, there you go. So again, I can help you with that, but you just have to let us know up front first, okay? So that's cool. I'm glad to hear that about Lakewood Ranch. I mean, I've been hearing about Lakewood Ranch, you know, a little bit here and there. I do know that some of the real estate agents, not realtors, they're not realtors in the villages, they're real estate agents, who left the villages, have gone to Lakewood Ranch because the villages has that non-compete, that 2-year non-compete. So a lot of those agents are going to Lakewood Ranch and relocating over there. Marcia says, my brother-in-law has a condo in Lakewood. Oh, they have condos. And doubled in value since he bought it last year. Wow. Oh, Michaela, I saw the Windy video. The tour was great, though. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michaela. Thank you for saying that. I couldn't get past the windiness in the very beginning, so I hit delete on that one. So I have to get out there, reshoot just the beginning of it, because it is an awesome it's an awesome venue. It's very close to On Top of the World and Del Webb Stone Creek. It's on 80th, the same road that those two communities are on. And you know, hey, you know, there's a lot to do in Ocala, and that's why so many people are moving that way, and that's why I'm able to suggest those communities, and so many people are taking that suggestion and taking that as an option because of all the people that are here. Kevin, he's here. Kevin, I told everybody you weren't going to be here tonight. So thank you for jumping on. I'm very happy to see you made it. So, and I hope Karen's doing well. And I hope baby Giovanni is doing well. So thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. And I had some text messages. Was that you texting me, Kevin? Nope. I thought maybe Kevin might have sent me some baby Geo pictures. But Oh, thank you, Marcia. You love that video too? Well, there you go, Christian. They like the video,
Just not the wind.
just not the wind. Sounds like they didn't care too much about the wind, but I did. Only quality videos on homes around the villages. Or should I go this way? No, this way.
Just be careful with how you're doing your hand. It doesn't.
Do I blend in?
No, just the you're doing.
Ah,
Be careful.
yeah, we're not going that route. All right, Kevin, thank you for jumping on, buddy. Hope all is well with you too. Thank you for doing that. So, what else do we want to talk about? We talked about all the different communities that I like to show. I think maybe Kevin's giving me some. Yes, there it is. There it is. There. Boy, that dude's he's getting big, Kevin. Oh, this is the newest pickleball player, so y'all better watch out.
Oh, it's cutting off.
What?
Right in the middle. It's cutting
Oh.
out.
So he's getting big. He's gonna be walking here pretty soon, Kevin. So everybody gets to kind of see baby Giovanni, as he's growing up right here on Homes Around the Villages. All right. So Skip, are you asking me when we're going to dinner? Because, yeah, we do need to get together. We went to Ipanema in Ocala. That's a great experience. Ipanema is a Brazilian steakhouse where they walk around and they just slice that meat off, and they have this cinnamon pineapple they'll slice off. Awesome. So yeah, we'll have to if it's your turn. Dude, you're going to be gone for the whole month of March, so I'll have to catch you in April, I guess, because you're going to be a busy man. So, but yeah, I pulled a trick on him because he thought we were just going to go in. But you know what? I really, really like Skip. I respect Skip, respect what he does. Kind of my mentor there. And yeah, I wanted to treat him and Sue to dinner at Ipanema. It was my pleasure. So now he's saying it's his turn. So we'll see about that, Skip. But we'll pick out a good place. So Becky, first time viewer, yay! Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Are you just now tuning in, or have you been here for the whole chat? But anyways, in May, would love to meet with you. So I'd love to meet you at, just to, if nothing else, just to chat. Because there's a lot of people. I'll tell you, this is the craziest market I've ever seen. And I've seen quite a few over the years. And, if nothing else, come on in. We'll go on into the conference room. I'll pull up the homes that are available and, show you what I do to try to help you secure a home. So, oh yay! Well, thank you for chatting us up, as the kids say. So wrestler, he's got you, Skip. He's got you buying for everybody, buddy. You might have wanted to keep that one under your hat. Kevin's going for some filet. So, but Becky, thank you for joining in. I hope you keep coming back, and I do hope to meet you. Like I said, if nothing else, just come in. I get a lot of people that just want to come in and just say hi, and just look and see what the market's doing, and get some questions answered. And if we spend an hour together, 45 minutes or whatever, that's cool, whatever. Oh, dang. Sylvan's done chimed in on that one, Skip. Oh, God, you're going to have everybody stepping up now. Sylvan, I didn't know you were here, but I'm glad to see that you're here. And Sylvan, he's going to be here pretty soon. He's going to be a new Florida resident here very soon. So, Skip said, I don't know any of you. So, yeah, you got a lot of new friends now, Skip. You got a lot of new friends, actually. So, I hope everyone's doing well. Skip, I hope Sue's doing well. Everybody's is good on that side. Glad to hear you're getting around a whole month in Texas. Dang. You know, I guess you're going in your RV, right? Might have to fly out to Texas just to kind of get away for a little bit. I had some folks today. I just listed a home in the village of Sable Chase. And it's a 2006 home. It's a Bridgeport. And they're from Costa Rica. And they invited me to Costa Rica to stay. He's got this apartment building that he owns in Costa Rica. And he rents some of them out Airbnb on the beach in Costa Rica. So want to give a shout out to Jeff and Priscilla and Simi. I don't know. Simi's going to be a YouTube phenom. So I think Simi's like 8 years old, maybe 10. Sorry, Simi, if you're watching and I messed that up. But awesome people invited me to Costa Rica. And he's saying flights are like $250 round trip. I don't know if I can pass that up. Now, my wife, she won't fly anywhere right now. So I might just be going by myself. She might let me go for a few days. Anyways, it's 90 degrees in Costa Rica. They're down there around the equator. So, and I had Terry and Cecilia from Ixtapa, Mexico. So I got a lot of world-renowned friends invited me to Ixtapa, Mexico, and Jeff and Priscilla invited me and Simi to Costa Rica. Now I'm a surfer. I've been surfing all my life. Jeff, I just found out is a surfer. Jeff, I just found out is from my neck of the woods. He used to go to a place down in South Florida to these concerts. The Sportatorium is what the Hollywood Sportatorium down in Hollywood, Florida. We used to go to all these concerts. And then he says, Costa Rica?
One trip.
Oh, yeah, hey, that's a good idea. Texas, Skip, Costa Rica.
Mexico.
No, Texas, Mexico, and Costa Rica. I can just make my way.
Yeah, one whole road trip.
And I'll be gone for the whole month. So, what? Take my wife. Oh, you want me to take her to Costa Rica with you? We're going to go surfing. He was showing me some videos of some awesome, like, what was that? What was that? That movie where that guy was talking about some tasty waves. We're gonna go ride some tasty waves.
Is that the Hawaiian movie with Elvis, or?
No, this was one of those 80s movies, you know. Oh man, like Ridgemont High, what was that?
Oh, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Fast Time at Ridgemont High. I think that was the movie where, who was it? I think it was,
Matthew McConaughey?
no, he was that guy that was in Cheers, the bartender in Cheers.
Oh, Ted.
No, not Ted. the kid before him
I don't know.
or after him. Yeah, anyways, we're digressing. Anyways, no, it wasn't Sean Penn. It was, what was that, guys? Oh, gosh. It's getting late, guys. I guess, my brain starts shutting down.
Poll the audience like they do in Who Wants to Be a
Yeah,
Millionaire.
somebody's got to know who that guy is. Anyways, when we'll all remember once this live stream is over. That's when we'll all remember who it was. But
by the way, 8 p.m. is when our video goes up tonight.
8 p.m. Oh, Woody Harrelson. Yes. Thank you so much. I believe it was a young Woody Harrelson, Panda Hughes. Thank you
They win
very
the
much.
prize.
Because I'll tell you, yeah, it was racking my brain. Anyways, cool. Brian T. Woody. Yep. Panda got you though, Brian. She got you. All right, guys. So it's 7:24. We usually go to about 7:30. Is there anything on anybody's mind that anything pressing we can talk about here, or are we ready to wrap it up? I kind of hate to wrap it up on Kevin, since he just got here, but he's telling us a blizzard is coming Saturday. And yeah, it'll probably make its way down here too eventually. But all right. Well, if we have nothing else, everybody, sorry about last week. I was writing contracts. Money, I guess, comes first. But when is the best time to buy a rental? So that is a loaded question. The best time to buy a rental depends on what kind of rental you want. Because if you do an annual rental as opposed to seasonal rental, now's not the time to buy a seasonal rental because you'll be sitting on it for most of the year paying for it. You have to wait till the end of the year, maybe October would be the best time if you're buying a seasonal rental. If you're buying an annual rental, any time's a great time to buy. All right, so we have a world premiere for our latest listing on 1718 Means Lane. It's a gardenia with a golf cart garage on a cul-de-sac, on a corner. It's beautiful with privacy in the back. You're gonna love it, love it, love it. It's going up at 8 o'clock. So.
But I just put a link in the chat. If they click that, they can watch it now.
Oh. So Christian is saying if you click that link, then you can go ahead and watch it now. If not, there will be a world premiere on the channel at 8 o'clock, and I think you'll really love this. So we have quite a few listings coming up. We have 2 more. I'm working on them, getting them kind of pressure washed and painted and getting them all ready to go. So
Brian's comment.
as soon as you inherit a large sum of money is the best time to buy. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. You got to put it somewhere, right, Brian? Can't just let it sit there in the bank account. They'll tax you to death on it. All right, 8 o'clock, the gardenia. We'll see you.
You want to do next week or the week after?
Stay tuned. We'll let you know on Friday if we're going to do one on Monday. It's probably going to be in 2 weeks. I don't think I have enough to talk about 1 week to the next. I'm sure I can find something. Anyways, thanks so much for watching Monday Night Live. Check out Skip Smith Wednesday Night Live this coming Wednesday. So we will see you on Skip's Wednesday Night Live, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and I'll see you Wednesday and then either next Monday or the Monday after. Take care.